Welcome to Be the Change. And today I'm so excited because I think I know her from so many days or months or almost a year and a half. She's so sweet person, and every time I see her, I feel very peaceful. I She's Prem Sai. Hi, Prem Sai. How are you?
I'm good, Jyoti. Thank you so much for inviting me once again on your show, and I'm looking forward to again have a excellent, very interesting conversation on a very interesting topic for today.
Wonderful. So before we go into the topic, let me introduce Prem Sai is an mastery focus mastery coach, and she is an NLP practitioner also. And I have given all the details about her in the comment section and also in the description. So you can see her website, you can see her page and all the details and connect with her, or even if you don't have any issues also, even if you feel sometimes low and you don't know the reason for it and you need to talk to a buddy, she's there. Prem Sai is there for you, and you can connect with her, talk to her and discuss with her your issues and your problems. And generally if you feel low in some situations, because now many after pandemic people are having a lot of mental issues. So Prem Sai, my first question to you is, how are you coping up after especially meetings? Now you are meeting so many people as life coach also. How are the people reacting? Are they balanced now? How do you feel meeting people who have never experienced mental health or experiencing it?
So you're asking about how am I feeling or what do I observe in them?
Yeah, I am asking how you are observing, and also how do you feel that there is a drastic change happening?
Yeah, so I think 2020 was a kind of a phase wherein we were in a phase of denial, and then ऐसे
Okay.
कैसे हो सकता है, that kind of attitude, and then again coming to saying that okay, let me see how it goes, and then moving to
Mhm.
that of adaptability.
Mm.
And we all have learned how to adapt to this new hybrid model of living life and dealing with this covid situation. And we all have learned how to use the sanitizer in a proper way.
Correct.
And apart
Correct.
from this, outward, this kind of rituals that we are following for our own benefit, for our own
Mhm.
safety, the mental health, what I have observed in others and also in me is, as I said, 2020 was a little not so that great phase, because that taught us many things. But then
Mhm.
2021, by then I was in a state of dealing with my own thoughts and emotions. Being a coach, I started applying all those tools, though I always applied those tools on myself, being a yoga practitioner and a Vipassana meditator. So I
Wow.
started, applying a few more tools on myself and having that inward approach.
Got it.
And
Got
I saw this as an opportunity. And I think I have seen people, those who always wanted to start up something, have
it.
started
Mhm.
up in this phase, isn't it? There are many
Absolutely.
people, who wanted to be an entrepreneur and start up a company or something of the other. I think covid also has given an opportunity to be, like to come up, having a digital presence, and then start up something. And in many fold it has helped us also to network with people. I think in this phase we also networked with each other, we collaborated with each other,
Correct.
and we
Correct.
had some live sessions. So yeah, so people those who have like integrated that inward approach in themselves, I could see they have grown like anything, and they're still evolving and transforming. And same goes with me also, and I'm also evolving and transforming. And this is, I think, we should be happy enough that things are again coming to normal, though it is a
Wonderful.
new
Wonderful.
normal though it
So
is a
you're
new
thinking
normal.
that people are coming out of their comfort zone, or how do you feel about it?
Yeah, see, two ways to look at it. So people are, coming from their comfort zone willingly. I mean, they become
Mm.
their own drivers to do that. Otherwise, now the company has already, corporate has started opening up and they are asking to come to the office. बहुत हो गया, अब आओ office. So they have been pulled from their comfort zone and अभी बहुत हो गया. So come to the office and let's network and all together. So either you do it for yourself or life will make you do.
Absolutely. Life will make us do many things. Very true.
Yes.
Uh, so today, when I posted this topic of being a single woman, immediately I got a message from a single woman who has never married and who had choice of, who decided that she wants to be single. So she texted me saying that why single women? Why not men? There are many men who are also single. Why did you take the topic being only to women and not specifying that being single and kind of a topic? So I
Hmm.
had to tell her that for a man, being single is difficult, but for a woman, it is all the more little more difficult. That's the reason I specifically put women. Now, what do you think, Prem Sai, that, is it difficult in the long run? Is it good, bad? What do you think?
See, as being a coach, I do not see this as a good or bad. It is a subjective experience
Mm,
because in the long run, I would only, say that person who is or a woman who is taking this decision to become to live their life as a single woman, or
mm,
maybe an independent life. The decision, when they take the decision, it should be a conscious decision, not a compulsive one.
okay,
So
okay.
because anything for that matter, when we take a decision or when we do not take a decision, see, when you decide, or anybody who decides to live their life as a single woman, has definitely would be having some reasons for it, isn't it?
Very
And
true.
whatever the reasons they would be having, that reason should be, they should be taking it very consciously, not from a compulsive or from an emotional space, so that they should
Mm,
not regret it later. So it
got
is
it.
not about good or bad, it is about whether it is a necessity or a priority for that lady or not.
Oh, got it. Got it. So you're saying the priority should be from them and it's not should not be compulsive.
Yeah.
So, correct. Now, also another question I want to ask you is that, why is that, when a woman is single, people in the society don't take it in a proper way. They all judge her, saying that maybe she had heartbreaks, maybe she had health issues, maybe she can't be a mother. So many things come in, even a celebrity like Shushmita Sen has to go through all these things to prove herself that
Hmm.
she can be single, she can be a single mother also, she can be a single woman also. So
Hmm.
what do you think that how can a woman who has decided by choice that she doesn't want to get married and she wants to live as a single woman, she doesn't want to or be a single mother in the future. So what should one think on that?
I mean, so why this society is saying like that? Is that the
Yeah,
question? Or
yeah.
okay, see, we think society is somebody else. It is actually us only. We're a part of the society. That's the first perception where we have to shift the way we perceive. Number one.
Mhm,
Number two is, um, whatever is happening in this era, whatever is happening now, when we
mm,
with respect to this particular, when women are deciding to lead their life as an independent woman,
mm.
it is a consequence of something that has happened in the past.
Very true.
Yeah, because
Mm,
even not just in India, all over the world, there exists a patriarchal structure, we know that. And where there were many years where women, their need both physical and financial support, everything were taken for granted. And those days, like if I talk about like our parents, those days, so there, ऐसे नहीं था कि there were women who always wanted to do something else apart from their family taking care of their children and all that. They always wanted to
Mm-hmm.
have a dream. We might have learned from many women saying that I was a dancer earlier but I couldn't, you know, I
That's
was making many reasons, right? But then they didn't, and those days there were like not that kind of resources available also. Yeah. And apart from having a passion and not able to fulfill that passion, also there are other needs, you know. Maybe they kind of their wishes were dominated by somebody
correct.
else or so. So this has happened to that extent that now when the resources are available, when you are
Mm-hmm.
working, when you are earning, that
Mm-hmm.
single woman, whoever that lady is earning, financially independent, they are taking the advantage of it, deciding to become a, you know, to live their life at their own terms. And what's wrong in that? There is no right and wrong. If that is working for that lady, absolutely fine. And talking about the society, why they are judging, because that's the easiest thing to do.
Very
Because
well said,
if I,
Prinsai.
yeah, because if I need to understand who is Jyoti Srinivas, then I have to use my mind, think about it, little bit, you know, understand, have an inclusive approach. It's a lot of effort, right? What is the most easiest
Um,
thing? I can immediately judge you because whenever you're getting a question paper, we always do the easiest one first.
correct. Uh,
So this is the most easiest thing ki judge kar lo, because you will not use your mind whatever you see at the. And one more important thing I here wanted to insist here is, any sentence or any communication or anything that happens is contextual. It itself doesn't have any meaning. वो
okay.
जो बात होता है, that communication, that sentence or that idea, whatever it is that has come up, is a contextual thing, you know. You understand, right? I shouted that day. Why? Because it was contextual to that particular scenario, an example.
Scenario. Hmm.
So if you just take that person, like that particular statement, okay, so the Jyoti you know, was very angry on that particular day, or was kind of, you know, so I cannot make meaning out of it if I do not understand your environment, if I do not understand that context. I have to take that context into picture, then only I will be able to understand why and how this Jyoti behaved certain way.
Okay.
So when we talk about, like, I'll give you a nice metaphorical example, Jyoti. So I think it
Mm-hmm.
would really help to
Mm-hmm.
understand this in a, again in a contextual way. So
Mm-hmm.
if we want to understand a moon, Chand, then we cannot only consider Purnami. We have to also understand the Amavasya as well.
Ha. Very true.
Okay.
That
So
is why focus mastery coach is that you make us think. You put a seat and we are able to think about it. Wonderful, Prinsai. So continue, please.
yeah, so when we think about that, why society is behaving something in certain way, it's a, there is a history to it.
Correct.
And how this each and every generation is you know, definitely we see and we feel the changes from the past generation to our generation, and even now our children are also growing up, and we will see more changes in the society. It's always a past giving birth to the present, and again this present becomes past and again give birth to the present. So that's how it is evolving. And I think around 72 million lady, like women are out here who have decided to lead their life being single, and they're happy about it. And the only thing is, when you decide on something, you make a conscious decision. It's not
Ha.
about like I'm sure you will relate to this. You might have seen you young girls, you know, if they are willing to get married, तो क्यों शादी करोगे, बिकॉज मुझे घाघरा पहनने को मिलेगा. एंड यू नो आई, you know, so if you think in that aspect, then you will not be able to make a conscious decision. So marriage, if you are willing to get married, then the reason should be the right one for you. What are your priorities? And if you are willing to stay single, or even life has thrown that kind of situations that you are leading a single woman's life, independent life, you have your job, then that also comes up with certain situations, and we should be aware about. Self aware is one of the only thing I can't insist more कि flashlight किसके पास है. So when I say flashlight, the awareness light has to be in your hand. At
Got it.
times you can, yeah, at times you can give it to your mentor or to your coach or to somebody, your well wisher, where that particular person will help you to show that you can't see in yourself. बीच बीच में देना पड़ता है, because at times we don't understand our own potential, right?
Correct,
So
correct, correct.
sometimes our teachers, mentors, they say like, Jyoti, you can do this. You, and you might have also have experienced this. Ki, Acha, I was not believing in myself, but my teacher believed in myself, and he showed that
Very
path
true.
or something like that. So at times that flashlight has to be given, but it also has to be given consciously. Or life will give you and certain situations and a shock that
Mhm.
okay, dekho, this is what it is. So a conscious decision has to be made, and apart from that, be flexible also towards that decision, so that when it is needed, you're open to adapt and change according to
Ah,
your, whatever is well-being for you and for your ecology. That's how we can take it from there.
very well said, Prem Sai. I have read an article before coming to this show. I've just did the research. In that, I've seen that European countries mostly encourage single women, or they are with the thing of being single, and they also give jobs to them and everything and everything. But at the same time, there is also in European countries where there are some coaches like you, like for example, mastery coach, NLP coach, and life coaches, who also tell them to know that in the long run, the loneliness will catch up with them, because
Hmm.
after you reach your 50s and you're going through this menopause phases and all, till
Hmm.
50,
Hmm.
it's fine. You can have
Hmm.
a wonderful life being single, and you don't have to go through that motherhood and that family and all that
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
But then the loneliness comes. So if there are single, then there is proper mental health people there helping to the women to if there are single, you can come and meet up with people like this. There are voluntary organizations there. But in our country, we are very far from the basic, like, normal people going and meeting as a, life coach or a counselor itself is like one danger thing. Oh, you're not well, there's something wrong, you're mad. They're always
Mad.
put into the bracket of mad. Are you mad?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So, don't you think that being single in India
Hmm.
is difficult? And I want a true answer from you. What do you think?
Okay, so as I said, because there is no answer to any question, there are perspectives only.
Correct.
So here, my perspective is being single wherever it is, whether it is difficult or it is easy or it is smooth, depend on how that lady or that woman has integrated that decision in her
Mm-hmm.
life.
Okay.
Because when you are integrating a decision, I am using this word integration because you cannot balance life. It's not like a seesaw ki life work balance yahan pe 50% work and this 50% is life. It is, everything is integrated. Everything is
Correct.
within everything. And how beautifully are you integrating decides the kind of quality of life, I would say. So when you take this as a topic, like whether loneliness, now see, my USP as being a focus mastery coach and a certified NLP master practitioner, I always
Mhm.
insist to renovate all four homes. Now, what are these four homes? Your body, mind, emotions, and energy. And why renovation is required? Because ये बीच बीच में गड़बड़ हो जाती है. It comes
हो
because
जाती
we,
है. बिल्कुल.
There are a lot of information. It's a, overabundance of information of everything. You go to the kitchen, over abundance of food, बहुत सारा खाना होता है. It's not only one item, you have many things. You open your snack
Correct.
boxes, many things are there. You open your channels, n number
Huge
of
content.
channels. Huh. You go to a
Correct.
restaurant, there is a buffet, and you at times get confused कि कहाँ से शुरू करूँ. And we all,
बिल्कुल.
I have named that as a buffet syndrome. You know, it's a buffet. It's a buffet syndrome. And you talk about anything. You open your wardrobe, then you are confused कि क्या पहनूं, what
क्या
to wear,
पहनना है? बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
right? So with this, bombardment of such information, it is, I would not say it is difficult or so. It is a challenge to keep yourself neuro clean at your mental level,
Mhm.
process that much of thoughts which you can process, and uh, be flexible at your body level, so
Mhm.
that your energy, whatever the energy that you produce as being human, you channelize that energy in the right way, in an appropriate
Got
way.
it. Got it.
बिकॉज अगर हम वेट करेंगे दिवाली, सो दिवाली में ही सफाई होती है. So it's not a yearly thing, it has to be a daily ritual to do something about our body, mind, emotions, and energy. If you take care of all these four homes and keep renovating it as and when required, there are tools, there are different ways to do it. When we conduct a session, I integrate those tools with my clients, when I go for a group coaching or a single one-on-one. So there are ways. So those tools, वो हथियार हैं, these are the weapons which will help you to live by the commitment of leading your life as single, even in the long
Mhm.
run.
Got it. Got it.
Even in the long run. Otherwise, what will happen? Our body will age. Certain things
Oh,
will definitely come up, right? Isn't it? Like aging process will have its own, it will have its
own.
own symptoms and all that. So, to
Correct.
what extent are we ready for that? For that, from starting itself, whenever you realize, you start renovating all these four homes, and then you know that what how do you conduct your day, so that you keep that commitment and you don't regret later. So you can actually enjoy that solitude instead of saying that I'm lonely, instead of regretting your decisions.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderfully said, Sir Prem Sai. And to know more about these four homes and the tools, you should connect with Prem Sai on her website. She has completely done a lot of research, and also you can connect with her and do a session with her, or if you want a one-on-one, and if you're you want to do a group session within your family or a corporate, you can still connect with her. Uh, the thing is, when you connect with people like Prem Sai, it will be much, our focus will, we can enhance our focus. As she said, the flashlight is with us. To switch it on, we need somebody to trigger it. And the triggering will come from them. And yes, sister, sometimes we have to give the flashlight to them also, so that they will properly, utilize it, operate it, and give it back to us again, so that we can be
Diagnosis.
perfect.
Diagnosis done, like we give the flashlight to the doctors, and and
Correct.
then, yeah, and then he diagnoses and he gives us medicines
Diagnosis
and
and give it back to us. So that's the thing. And my own, my this thing is, whether you're lonely, whether you're anything, whether you're a single woman or not, the choice is with you, as she said. But Prem Sai, before I end my session, we have already spoken for 24 minutes. What do you want to tell to all the women out there who want to be very independent at the same time, also be a family person, if not single or married or whoever it is? What do you want to tell to the women out there as a message to the middle-aged women specifically? Because I've heard these words called middle-age crisis, which was not there 20 years ago or 10 years ago.
yeah, yeah.
So, what do you want to tell to this middle-aged woman, that how should she be mentally balanced with the present situations?
So, see, midlife is something like it's a beautiful phase of possibilities, I would say, Jyoti, because that's the time I think most of your responsibilities are you are in the last phase of your responsibilities. में अगर बच्चे हुए होंगे तो they might be in their college or earning when you are in
Correct.
the middle life. So I think that's something why it happens, why it is known as crisis, because there is a shift in the purpose. So what happens now? You have nothing to do. Bache bade ho gaye, they have left their house, they've gone somewhere. Now you don't have the main purpose because your life
Correct.
was surrounding them with their responsibilities, doing for them, thinking about them, and doing all the stuff, everything. So what I definitely, I mean, I have integrated in my life and see if it works for you, because as I said, we all are so different, we are unique. We always need a customized solution for ourselves because we have a
Very.
different life, lifestyle. So whatever works for you, you should, apart from being a, whether you are an independent woman or a family woman, have a purpose for yourself as well. So, like the onion, if you see an onion, we each and every piece that we peel, that's the role that we play. Role of a
Mm.
sister, role of a wife, role of a mother, role of, and if you peel everything of the onion, that invisible thing that remains is you. The essence is you. So
Wow.
you have to nurture that essence so that your cup is always filled. Because if your cup is filled, then only you will be able to pour from that cup to somebody else. You can inspire others as well.
Wow.
But if the purpose, so if you have only integrated only one purpose about them, whoever that them may be, could be your husband or your family members, whoever it is, create a purpose for yourself as well and nurture that too, parallelly with that purpose which you always wanted to. So what happens when that purpose, the responsibility is over, you're again back to your own purpose and nurture it further
Got it.
from there, so that your body, mind, emotions and energies are being taken care of in the process, and fall in love with the process rather than thinking about the destination, because destination final means it is final, ho gaya sab kuch. So whatever you take a decision, whether you want to get married, you should not have a purpose of that मैं settle होना चाहती हूँ because my husband has three things. He is settled in abroad, उसके पास पैसे हैं, बंगला है, and I am sorted. Life
I'm
will show
sorted.
you,
Huh.
हाँ, so life will show you the other dimensions also. If this is the reason to get married, so revalidate your reasons for marriage, whether you are really wanting it, because marriage is something that you are. It's not that you are incomplete and somebody will come and complete you. No, like
Mm, mm.
Krishna and Radha's conversation says, Krishna says, दो भिन्न मिलके अभिन्न होते हैं. So
Wow.
two complete being, when they come together, they enhance the state of being complete to the next level. So you are
Wow.
complete at your in your own way, and your partner is also complete in its own way, and
In
you're
their own
coming
way.
together and you're
Hmm.
enhancing that fragrance of that flower which is already complete in itself.
Beautiful. Very beautiful. Wonderfully said, Prem Sai. And thank you so much for, taking your time and coming to this forum to discuss about all these things. And uh, people who are watching us to please, connect with her. Again, I've kept all the details in the description. Please check all the details and, connect with Prem Sai. She's a wonderful, wonderful NLP coach and a life coach. And above all, when you connect with people who can sort you and tell you that you're fine, then you're sorted. Thank you, Prem Sai. Thank you for this
Thank you,
wonderful.
thank you so much, Jyoti. Thank you so much, for being giving this opportunity again to connect with you on this
Thank,
wonderful topic.
thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you, take care, yeah.